everybody? Welcome to today's hobby live stream. Let me just finish this one thing. I know. I'm a little behind, but you know what? As per usual, 2024 has been super busy for me so far. It's been great, actually. Ultimately, because one, it's preoccupied me, and two, I've felt very productive. But holy cow, has a lot been going on. Hello, everybody. Nemeth, William, Go For It Painting, Carl's Scale Modeling, Michael. Hello. We are both doing quite well. Thank you for asking, Michael. I hope you are doing well as well. Well. I'm just gonna get all my wells out. Join me now, please. Done. I'm working on my German Flames of War. Nope, I said FOW for a reason. Instagram. Boop. Cool, excellent. Let's grab a color. That looks good. Let's make that bright and share. Beautiful. All right. How is everybody doing? I know we probably may have seen each other a little bit yesterday, as like less than 24 hours ago, actually, because of the Games Workshop preview, which I actually thought was decent. Not like amazing, but pretty decent, you know? But yeah, how are you guys doing? Feeling good? Jose FPM, welcome. Hello. Hope you're doing well in Spain today. What's the weather like for you guys there? I remember I've not been to Spain, but I was in France around this time period in like 2009 or something. I don't know. It was a long time ago. Because I'm old. And I remember it was snowing in like March. And I remember when we arrived, which was in January, it was also snowing. So are you having snow right now, or are you more south and therefore don't get snow as much? I'm curious. I am building some new things, Mercarion. We have some 15 millimeter miniatures to work on today. I know, little tiny boys. I've already assembled the troops, as you can probably see here. Let me get it to focus. So I've started assembling my little troops together. Thankfully, this was really straightforward. They just came on sprues. You clip them off, clean them up, stick them onto their bases. They've got little slots. It's literally nothing super major to deal with. And there wasn't even really that much cleanup to do. They don't have a lot of super obvious mold lines, and they're so freaking small that I don't think it would matter anyways. But I'm feeling pretty good about how they've assembled. I just wanted to show them off a little bit. I do like my little command squad. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, look at my cute little command squad. And then today we're actually going to be working on building the tanks, because I've started some assembly of them, but not really gotten that far. And I want to keep working on it. The NIDs are nearly done. I just decided not to make you guys suffer through basing some more, because there's really not that much left to do. I have mostly a bit of just final touch-up work to do, and while maybe it would be fun to show off the final touches on specifically the Psychophage, just because it's got that marine arm and everything, I figured this would be more fun. So we're building some tanks today. We're going to set these ones aside. I need to grab my gigantic instruction booklet. And I don't want the Soviet side. I want the German side. Okay, so I don't need this page. So I really just need these three for the tanks here. Right now, I believe I am working on the the Panther late assembly. And I think I'm going to put a dude sticking out the top of one of these. Because I have some little German, like, dudes sticking out the top. And when Chaos Cultist was assembling his, he definitely put some on there, and I I asked him today, I was like, what made, like, did it tell you to do that? Or did you just sort of pick and choose? And so I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna put the guy who's like got his arm up on the jagged tiger. Is it jagged tiger or jagged tiger? I don't actually know. Because I think that's one of like the commandy vehicles. There's only one of them, I think. I'm not really sure, but I need to look into it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put a couple of them out. You live in the South, so it's like California sunny days. Oh, honestly, that sounds very nice. That sounds actually quite lovely indeed. We've actually been having off and on rain here in California as well. I just realized I don't have any fluids to wet my lips when I get parched. I will be right back. Sorry. I'm going to go grab myself a drink real quick, just so that I have something. I mean, yeah, that's basically how they do it, I assume. I mean, it's got plenty of details, like, this is just the top of it, but, like, I mean, it's got plenty of small-scale details, and it reads really well. Chaos Cultist has his painted up. I'll grab some while I'm grabbing my drink, and I'll show you what they look like. They're fantastic. I'm really excited to paint these, actually. It should be fun. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I think I grabbed one of the T-34s to show you, and then one of the armored trucks, and then one of his infantry. So, just to show off really quick, here is the Russian side of our Clash of Steel box set for Flames of War. I really like what he did on these. Super simple, but they read actually very well, if you ask me. Also, I love the pop of green on the base. So here is the little armored truck that he got to build and paint, which I'm a little jealous. My Germans don't have anything like this. They don't have any small armored vehicles. It's all tanks, which is still cool, don't get me wrong. But, like, I kind of wish I had one of these little vehicles. It's like little scout tanks. But yeah, so I really like that. I also love that he detailed the little shovel on the side. And that's what I mean, is like, yeah, they're super tiny, but they actually put a strange amount of detail on it. Toronto Holla, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well today, sir. So the J-A-G-D should sound like yagged. So it's a yagged tiger? Is that, did I pronounce it correctly that time? I have no idea. And then, of course, the T-34. Focus, dang it, camera. There we go. Look at that beautiful little tank. I really like the way that he ended up painting it. Love the red sort of turret on the top. They are so tiny. You're absolutely right. But they're kind of adorable, and that's what I love about them. Okay, so let's set his aside so that we don't fuck him up. Oh, also, I just want to point out, so, like, I've talked a lot recently about the AK terrain, like, texture paints. This is one of the other things that we used it on. I love how this, like, dirt turned out. Like, look at that beautiful, just, like, it looks like great mud. So I'm very pleased with the stuff. It's definitely something I'm going to be using much more in the future. All right, let's set also my boys aside so I don't damage them. And then we'll get to painting. Or not painting, to building. They're so tiny. So many tiny little boys. Nice. So, okay, Tarantula. I've also started watching a couple other, like, etymology YouTubers. And do you know, I think it's Ants Canada? Like, that YouTuber with the big, gigantic glass structure that he's doing right now with all of the, just basically like a full-on ecosystem in there. But it's got, like, 4 or 5 different species of ants. But there's also, I think he has some spiders, which I thought was cool. And I thought of you when he talked about, like, they were jumping spiders, so they weren't the tarantulas or anything like that. But I do think he put some, or he's had some videos about tarantulas. But yeah, I was watching that and I was like, whoa, I've never seen anybody build, like, that large of a structure. What is the largest, like, terrarium or, enclosure that you've built for your tarantulas specifically? Oh, I'm sure they have tons of armored cars. I'm just a little sad that this particular set didn't come with it. Although I've been told for Flames of War, if you're running either the Soviets or the Germans like my partner and I are, you can basically just buy the 3 big starter sets that are for the Germans versus the Soviets, and you get a pretty well-rounded collection of models. So I think the next one we're going to get, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's whatever one is predominantly all tanks. Because the other one, like, the one we got, so Clash of Steel is, I like this because, as, like, my very first one to be getting, specifically because it's a mix of both tanks and infantry, whereas the other two, one of them is entirely infantry, and the other is entirely tanks. And so this is a really nice blend. Hey, Sean, welcome. Also, Bjorn, welcome, welcome. A good song came on. Alright, let's see. I think I'm gonna have... I'm liking... And I'll let you guys help me decide. I'm liking this this gentleman right here with the binoculars for the top of one of my panthers. Or this guy that looks like he's kind of leaning. Let's see if I can get it to refocus. Sorry. Come on. You can do it. You are not... Please focus on the thing that I told you to, camera. Okay, let me put him the right way up. You see this guy that's kind of like looking to the side and leaning? So I'm leaning either towards this one or Binocular Boy. Who do you think I should put in the top of one of my panthers? I'm going to have to figure out what that is in feet, Tarantula, because I don't know centimeters well enough as an American. So hold on. 30 by 30 by 40 centimeters in feet. Whoa, 1,100 square feet? Oh, wait, no, wait, hold on, that's not right. That doesn't... Oh, hold on, I did math slightly wrong because I did annotations incorrectly. 30 times 30 times 40. Okay, 11 by 15 inches. So it's sorry, it was telling me like I think it was telling me properly, but I wasn't. It said 1 and 15/64 inch, and I was like, what? Why is it giving me such dramatic percent or fractions? Fractions is the word I'm looking for. Anyways, so 11 by 11 by 15 then? Okay. So pretty decently sized, but not like super huge. That's pretty big though still. Cuz this is in feet, right? that I looked it up in. So, or no, that was saying inches. That was saying inches. What did my phone say? Let me look at it again. Yeah, in inches. Okay. I am going to make the Yagged... Wait, the Yagged Panther? You mean the tiger? Because there's a tiger, there's a Panzer, and then there's a panther. But there's not a Yagged Panther, as far as I know. Huh? No. It's J-A-D... Or J-A-G-D, and apparently it's pronounced Yagged. Like with a Y. Good evening, Johnny. Welcome to the stream. 30 centimeters is approximately 10 Space Marine long. You know what, Will? That's actually a beautiful, beautiful unit of measurement. Thank you. Nice. Where is DundraCon? I don't remember where that one is. Because I've been to KublaCon a few times, but I've actually never been to Dundra. Oh, also, have we decided? Are any of them smoking? No, Sean, none of them are smoking. One of them has a pistol in his hand. One of them appears to be holding, like, a spotlight. One is, like, zig-hailing. One is just, like, got his hands, like, on the rim, I guess. And then there's Binocular Boy and the boy that's leaning.
Just say saluting.
So, oh, sorry.
Don't say the word. YouTube might get angry.
Fair, sorry. You're right. Saluting. Yes. No, there's no smoking, dude. And I'm not a good enough sculptor or small enough, to like, it's too small for me to sculpt a little cigarette for him. Sorry. Is one on his iPhone? No, this is World War II. They didn't have iPhones back then. I would have thought, honestly, Tarantula, that tarantulas just being larger would have wanted more space, but I guess that makes sense that they don't need a huge, huge amount. Well, unfortunately, this set doesn't come with Panzer III's Man of Action, so I can't do that. Oh, it is an abbreviation for Jaeger. So it's a Jaeger Tiger and then a Jaeger Panther? What is the Jaeger, like... What does that mean? Isn't Jaeger, what does that translate to? Because I actually, what?
It means hunter.
It means hunter. Oh. So, Hunter Panther and Hunter Tiger, as opposed to a non-Hunter Panther and a not, what's the difference between, I assume it's the gun, right? Or is it speed? I'm actually not sure. Hello, William. Welcome, welcome. It's Tank Hunter, by the way. Okay. Oh, right, because it would be Jaeger Panzer. So, yeah, Panzer's just Hunter, right? Thank you for sculpting a smoker. Sean! Listen, I fixed... Will it be sufficient that I fixed that one orc that lost his smoking pipe and I found it and reattached it? Because I'm not going to sculpt a tiny smoker man, okay? Well, this is late war, I think. I think I'm doing all late? I don't know. It's my first time with the game and I haven't read the rules fully yet, okay? I've made a decision. I'm doing Leaning Boy. He's casual and I like him. Size of the gun was the main difference. Okay. So are they meant to be, because they're tank... Like, okay, so they are literally tank hunters then. In the same way that they have the anti-tank guns. Are they a tank equipped with an anti-tank gun? Is that, like, the concept? Dude, that must be funny, though, just thinking about the iPhone comment. I bet modernly, because I know, like, certain Panzers and Tigers and Panthers and stuff are all still, like, I think, like, around. Or at least their modern equivalents are. I probably do see German soldiers now, or just soldiers in general, no matter what era of modern tank it is, just on their iPhones sticking out the top of them, don't you? Tower of Trolls Gaming, thank you, thank you. I'm excited to get into it. Will this fit in here? Holy shit, he will not. Okay, well, I clipped him out for no reason. Wait, how would I put him in there then? Which one would use, okay, Flames of War people in chat. When am I supposed to use these on my little German dudes? On my German tanks? Which one would he go into? Would it just be the Jaeger Tiger? Because it doesn't tell me when to use them, and I want to use one. But he doesn't seem to fit in this topper. Did you fit? You did. Do other ones fit? Do you just, are you the weirdo who can't because you're leaning? Did I pick the one dude. Okay, I'm gonna pick, I guess I'll pick my other dude, my second choice, Binocular Man. Okay. Will you fit? Kind of? Are they not meant to fit perfectly? Yes, the glow from the iPhone does make a great target. You're absolutely right. Mostly at night, though. Like, I'm just assuming maybe daytime is when they're checking their phones. Okay, so tank destroyers carry the bigger guns since they didn't have space restrictions of turrets. They were intended to fight for ambush and long distance. Okay, that makes sense. You've been playing since version 2? Okay, well then, question for you, Tower of Troll Gaming. I'm trying to get... So I have my top of my Panther, and I want this guy... Like, is he not meant to sit fully in there? Because he doesn't actually touch the bottom. Is that okay? Like, is that intended? Because I kind of... Would he be sitting... Like, would this tank have a dude sitting out? Some do, some don't. Just depends on the crewman. Can I force it? Because I kind of want him to be in there, but I don't know if he's going to touch so I can glue him. Also, which direction should he be facing? I guess towards the front, which is this way. And then this would go off to the side, right? So it could be like that. And then... like that. Oh, he fell. Hold on. How much do the, okay, hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Just gonna look it up. Dude sitting, dude sticking head out of a German Panther tank. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't see many people doing that. Maybe I just shouldn't have this one do it. I always forget sometimes that infantry used to ride on tanks. Because I just saw a picture of a tank with, like, just a bunch of dudes, like, all on top of it. You can use a piece of sprue. Okay, I was actually gonna pin him, but that makes sense, too. I could just use sprue. Side clip his legs. Well, he doesn't have legs. That's the problem. Yeah, that's what I'm looking up, but I'm not actually seeing like a huge number of where they're sitting out the top. Is that a cat? Is this a real image? Do you see this? Is this a real image? Because that's a cat wearing a helmet sitting on a tank like gun. I hope it's real. It probably isn't, but I hope it's real. Oh, okay, okay. Here's some guys sticking out the top. Where is the top portion, though? Do they take it off? Oh, no. Okay, there's one, but it's folded up. And this slides to the side. Interesting. Okay. Because, like, fascinating. Alright, I'm gonna have it off to the side, I guess. Let's just do it. Let's just stop fussing around and do it. That cat has killed so many? Really? I know, not really. I know. Maybe meese. It's killed many meese. I didn't know that they, like, actually rode around with them, though. Like, that doesn't surprise me. Lots of, like, places, use animals as mascots and stuff, but it's super cute. Okay, alright, let's get this guy to fit. And stop putzing around. Okay. Alright, so we're going to put the hatch on first, and then we're going to... I'm going to go ahead and pin him, because I want to practice pinning. I mean, it doesn't come with two, it just comes with a thing to put on top to close it. You can... Here. Let me show you the instructions. So, right now, I am working... Sorry, I know that was probably very loud. The paper got rubbed against the, microphone. Okay, we don't need these other ones right now. So, this is what we're doing right now. We're on this step, and I'm literally here. I'm just putting this thing in, but I wanted to have a dude sitting out. So, that's what we're gonna do. It just occurred to me. Are these what they're saying are optional? These things with a dark outline? With the space around it, because that's what it's matching. I think that is. Okay, I'm gonna probably put all that stuff on, because these are just armor, right? And this is spare treads. I don't know what this pipe is, but I assume it's relevant. So, we're gonna use it. Seal the glue so we don't, fume ourselves out. And where are my files? I found them. You have a Sherman platoon that you're working on? Nice. Let me see what size pin I may have. I think we're gonna use this size. Is this going to be too big? You know what? It may be too big for him. I'm worried it's going to be. So we'll use sprue like you guys suggested, actually. Because I don't have really thin paperclip right now, and I don't really have super thin pinning material. I know they make, like specific pinning material, but I don't have any of it. 180 BattleTech minis to paint? Ronald, get on that. Now, I completely understand. I will get it if you don't get on it, but wow, that is a lot. That is pretty significant amount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually clip this little thing off. It's not going to matter because it'll get painted. Let's go ahead and clean it up a smidge, giving us a little bit of a flat surface to work with. Yep, that's gonna be too thick. Ooh. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually use... I am gonna use a little bit of the yellow, because these have some flat pieces. So in theory, I can cross beam it. Okay, I need to trim a little tiny bit off. Whoop, please. Should get my tweezers out. Okay, that looks good. All right, let me get tweezers. Because if I can just wedge that. Okay, I think it's wedged. Let's see if this is a good height for him. Oh, does this mean I can use this boy? I really like this leaning guy. I'm gonna make him work. I just need a tiny bit more of sprue. But I do kind of want it to be gray. I mean, it's not really gonna matter. Do I have a good piece I can use off of this? Actually, yes. I can just take, okay, let's get rid of that point. Hold on, guys, I'm working some magic here, okay? Nope. Aw, I hate when that happens. I hate tweezers so much. Ah, crap. Okay, where are my rounded ones that I brought back down? There they are. I just threw my sprue piece away. There it is. Nope, that's the old one. Fuck. Well, shoot. Now I'm gonna have to clip another one. Okay, so we need to clip that tiny little bit off. And this time, we're going to try not to throw it wildly, okay? Well, I understand. My miniature to-do list is also insanely long. I get it completely. All right, let's grab this. Okay, we need to trim it a smidge because he's not fitting. Don't you fly off. Okay, you piece of... Okay, let's try it again. I also actually want to sand it. just to get a little bit of a better grip when we glue. Okay, now it's sitting in there. Lovely. It's not even though, so we're gonna fix that because I need it to be flat. Where is a firmer sandpaper that I have? Where are my sandpapers? What did I do with them? Oh, I think that'll be too harsh. Shoot, okay, let's get a file. It'll be fine. We'll just use a file. This is a pretty flat one. I think I'll be able to hold it and maybe grind it down. Ooh, Josh, that sounds awesome. Well, isn't that pretty common in a lot of like languages where they don't necessarily translate it into English super well? Because I know like there's like, I think like a lot in like the Japanese language, for example, that doesn't always translate well. Oof. Let's try not to grind my fingers. This is such a tiny piece. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to get it. Starting to be able to grind it. Okay, I think that's a little flatter. Okay, we just need to clip the top off a little bit. Okay, I think that will work. Let's... Going for it, guys. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set this into position. Because if I really press it into, it'll, like, the melting plastic will make it, like, sit a little bit lower into the tank. Okay, I think that's feeling pretty in there. Now, let's go ahead and just flatten the bottom of him a little bit. Create a little bit of texture so we got some grip going. Cool. Do a tiny bit on the top here. Okay. Boop. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'm happy. Now let's clip out our next pieces, which are going to be the turrets. Looks like it's gonna be... Okay, this is the panther sprue. Good, good. Okay, so that's the front. Where is the turret itself? We'll find it, figure it out. fits, exactly. Alright, I think this is the other piece that we need. So there's 3 pieces to this next section. We're going to clip them out for all 3 of the tanks. Let's just find our gun barrel. I think it might be on this. Okay, so I think this is the one I need. But I think that's the one I need for my Panther, because I believe this is the Panzers based on the shape of whatever this thing is here. I don't remember. It's usually fabric, but I don't remember what it's called. And the Jaeger Tiger appears to have more than part, like you put more pieces together. So I think this is the one I need. So one complaint I actually do kind of have about Flames of War in regards to his instructions is because they are putting multiple pieces on the same sprue, it's not always 100% clear, to me at least, which things are which. But I think that's it. Like, maybe they're labeling them in a way that I just don't see, but this just says BM08 and then Battlefront Miniatures 2012. That's all it says on it. So I don't think it's telling me the proper things. I know that I see a couple of my local game stores still occasionally talking about hosting games for Legion. I haven't played it myself in a little while, but I do have a small army. I think Shatterpoint sort of ate into that audience a little bit. Alright, so there's that one. I've clipped that one. Let's clip this one. We'll do a little bit of cleanup on these, just to clean up our sprue connection points. So far, I'm feeling pretty decent about our progress. Okay, there's that one, and last, but certainly not least. What is this little? So these are resin, weirdly. I don't know what these ones are. I also don't know if they're German or Soviet. Huh, I'll just put them over here. Hey Diggs, welcome. A Jaeger Tiger, it sounds like Jägermeister. I mean, what we really want is we need a Jägermeister Tiger. A Master Hunter Tiger. Maybe what we actually need is a... So, okay, German fans in the channel, or in chat. Would it be... If you want to say Master Tank Hunter, would it be Meister Jaeger Panzer? Or would it be... Would Meister be at the end? I don't actually know. Also, Scarred Cask, welcome. Hello, sir. How are you doing today? Having a good time? Getting any gaming in? It's because it's 15mm, dude. It's a 15mm game. A Panzer sponsored by Jägermeister beer. Wouldn't that be hilarious? I'm grabbing a file. There we go. I forget, did you go to LVO? And are you still there? Panzerjäger means tank destroyer, so would it be a Meister Panzerjäger or would it be a Panzerjäger Meister? Right? Because isn't that how you would, is that how you would say, like, tank destroyer or tank hunter, like master tank hunter? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how would I say master tank hunter? You went last year? Nice. So Jägermeister is Hunt Master. That doesn't help. So Jaeger Tiger Meister would be Master Hunting Tiger. Okay. Is that how it works? You just kind of string all the words together.
You just figured out German.
What?
That's how German works.
That's just how German works? You just start stringing all the words together with no spaces?
Kind of, yes. When you're naming, like, nouns, it's been a very long time since I took Deutsch in high school.
Uh-huh.
But yes, there is a certain amount of wiggle room in the language that if you were trying to make, like... I think their Amazon listings can get very silly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of want to look that up now, because that does sound like it could be hilarious. Because
it's kind of like a more formal version of hyphenation in English.
Interesting.
You know, when someone's like, it's one word, hyphenated.
Got it.
But they can do it a little bit more and better.
I see. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so I think it must be Jaeger Panzermeister. Well, no, it means tank hunter because Panzer means tank. I don't know much German, but I at least know that Panzer means tank, which really confused me when I learned that because I was like, wait, but so they're just calling it tank and then a number? Hello, Havman. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm so sorry that you guys are short-staffed. I imagine, yeah, with all the ice and snow, it must be tough. I'm so sorry. Well, good luck to you, sir. Hope it doesn't end up being too stressful for you. I think I need a new sheet of this. Oh no, they're all shredded. Alright, well, that's fine. Okay, I've done that one. Let's do this one. Honestly, I'm not too worried about like mold lines or even sprue pieces too much on these. The main thing though is on the turrets because they are round. Okay, that's feeling good. Yeah, but don't they actually give them weird names though too? Because like it's a Sherman, like it has a different name. Like they've Like, they're not just calling it tank blah. Like, tank model blah blah blah. They're calling it a Sherman model blah blah blah. Whereas, like, the Panzer is literally just saying tank. Like, would you call it, like, a Panzer? Exactly. Well, Johnny, that's the problem, is I am already confused. You've made it... Well, no problem. See you later. Have a good rest of your day. What I'm learning is German is a very fascinating language that I wish I had learned in school. Sadly, one of my schools that I started at for high school had it, and then I moved, and then the other one did not. So I was never able to, like... Never actually able to do that. And then I took 4 years of Spanish and never use it. All right, there we go. Got those cleaned up. Is it really? But they don't make them public until they've named them, though. So, like, they're, like, as far as the public is concerned, I feel like they're just always named. But I didn't realize that was an American thing to do. I mean, I'm not really super surprised that it's a very American thing to do. I just never really considered that. I honestly, especially considering, like, so many vehicles in history, like, throughout the decades have just been, like, referred to also, like, as gendered. I just assume they kind of named them. Like, why would you gender it if you're not going to name it? I guess maybe you're just trying to endear to it, I guess. Maybe that's why. But, like, I don't know, I just associated it. Armored horse? Whoa, is that actually the word for rhinoceros? Because it was called an armored horse? That's really cool. And it makes total sense. I mean, like, if you had never seen a rhinoceros before and then you discovered a rhinoceros, it would look like an armored horse. I could totally see that. The etymology of words is very fascinating. Yeah, the Easy 8. So they don't refer to it ever as a Sherman on the order books? They're never like... It's just always the M4E3, and then like whatever, you know, iteration it is of that, because don't they have like the M4E, or sorry, M4E like 4s and 5s, or is it the M4 portion? Is it M5E3? I don't actually know. Which of the numbers changes when you get into the higher models, or the other models of the Sherman? I learned so much. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Seems pretty stable. You know, I do think I had heard that, but I hadn't in a long time. So I'm actually, like, still cool to learn that, relearn that about the hippopotamus. Ooh, let's put some on this side, too. Just make sure they really adhere to each other. Oh, you know what I should have done? Oh. Pop. Okay, hold on. Before I do that, I should drill out the barrel. That is actually worth it. And I can do my tiny, tiny, like, sized one. I think this will be... Is this going to be too big? No, I think it'll work. Okay. We're going to drill out some barrels. M designates the evolution of the design. Okay, that makes sense because it would be the model, right? It's M, so model for... What does the E stand for then? So it's model for engine 3? Is that what it is? Where's my all? There it is. Do you have a pretty decent tip? Nah, I'm gonna get the other one. I've actually abused the crap out of that one. Although I've kind of abused the crap out of this one too. M is for military version? Oh. Well, that's boring. It doesn't just stand for model? Okay, let's try to do this delicately. Oh, everything's fine. Did I get? Am I centered? I may do this off camera, just so that I stay centered. Okay, guys. There we go. Got a tiny little barrel hole. See if I can make it a little deeper. I'm worried I'm going to cut through the plastic though, and I don't want to. So I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I say as I continue to drill it out. Okay, yeah, that feels good. Let's do the next one. Let's check our straightness. Okay, we're good. We're good. Not quite as centered on this one, but that's okay. Alright, those look decently the same depth. One more to go. You're welcome, Havman. Hope work goes well for you the rest of the day. Don't work too hard. And definitely be driving safe. Yes, stay safe out there, man. Alright, I think we're centered. Alright, I think... Look, they're all, I think, roughly centered and roughly about the same depth, which I'm feeling really good about. Hold on, I'll make them focus in a second. Come on, you can do it, camera. There they are! Look at those little barrel holes. This means I'm a real gamer, right? It's actually several new tanks. Cobes. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Cobes? I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, but actually several. So as you can see in the background here, I picked up the Clash of Steel Flames of War starter set for the World War II game. It's a 15mm game if you're unfamiliar with it. Just jumping into it, I'm building up my first army. I decided to go with the Germans. My partner is playing the Soviets, and I'm currently building up 3 Panthers, and I have several Panzers to build, as well as Panzer IVs. Is IV 4 or 6? I think it's 4, right? Okay, cool. It's 4. So yeah, Panzer IVs, and then one Jaeger Tiger. Oh, cool, perfect. I'm glad that I said it correctly. I never know with some like people's usernames, and I know that I'm terrible about that kind of stuff, like pronunciation. So I just assume I butcher everybody's name. Okay, let's actually glue things together now that we've drilled our barrels. It's pretty straight, right? Ooh. Okay, I think that's pretty good. No problem, Diggs. No problem whatsoever. Hope you're doing well today. Or hope that things get better if it's being one of those kinds of days. I get it. Ooh. Oh, they're facing opposite. Okay. Are you angled actually then the correct way? Both of you? Still no. Okay, what's going on? I think it's just because I got way too much glue on this. Hold on, let's dab some of it off. Stick it back in there. That feels better. Let's see. Oh my god. It's perfect. All right, I had too much glue and it was leaning. Don't over glue your plastics. Sometimes I have a very bad habit of doing that. There we go. All right, they're all aligned. Well, you can't see them. Hold on. There, they're all aligned appropriately. Oh no, I'm so sorry that you're running out of materials for work. Yeah, I can completely understand how it might be difficult to hit your numbers if you are running out of literal material. Dude, I'm so sorry. That sounds awful. Do you at least, I assume since it's Friday though, you have the weekend off at least? You can do some fun stuff, maybe go out fishing or something? Oh, so you don't pronounce, so it's pronounced, you just drop the ER at the end? Got it. Okay. It is a war game, yes, absolutely. It is a historical war game. Yes, I think Flames of War is sticks pretty historically accurate. Set in World War II, at least for the one that I'm doing. I'm specifically trying out the German and Russian starter set. Because they do also have, like, I think there's, like, a pretty big British number of tanks as well as American. And then I do think they do a variety of others, but I think they do kind of segment them into, like, I think there's Italian as well, and then Japanese, because obviously it's World War II. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know actually what other countries might be represented in Flames of War specifically. I thought, huh? Italian. Oh, I said Italian. Italian and German or Japanese, I'm assuming, because of the World War II stuff. Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, I think it's those, but anybody who plays Flames of War can obviously correct me in the comments. Let's go ahead and now let's see how these attach. Perfect. Straightforward and simple. There we go. Oh shit, did I bend it? I did. Well, but how do they handle, like the countries that got taken over and or liberated? Do they still get their own, or are they part of, like, the Allies? No problem, Diggs. Indeed. I have I've always been interested in, like, modernly I've been interested in both Flames of War as well as bolt action, but there's not really any place around here that, as far as I have found, super supports bolt action, at least in my area. Like, I'm not saying that it's like a dead game or anything like that, because I know there's still plenty of people that play it. Just not seemingly in my area. Thank you for subscribing, AJ Portelli. I think I hopefully said that correctly. It's awesome to have you here. Hope you enjoy the channel. All right, I do want to put on some of these accessories, but okay, let's just get the base tank built first, and we'll do add-ons afterwards. I think the next thing is this piece. All right, so there's that. Nope, knocking over my turrets. And last but not least, is that why the Sherman, I've seen so many Shermans, like the Easy 8 with the Korean, like, face paint, like it's not face paint, but like they draw, like, I've seen a lot of Shermans with a Korean, that I think is from the Korean War, with like a sort of demon, like Oni face on it. And I don't know, like, Oni's probably not the correct word, because I know that's the Japanese word for demon. I apologize, I don't know what the Korean word for demon is. But, like, that's what it looks like. Is that why? Is because it just was, like, so, like, America just was like, here, give everybody our tanks? I mean, I'm not surprised by that, and I know a lot of places use American tanks, so, like, that's not what's shocking to me. I just didn't know... I didn't know in World War II they were, like, it's... Were they lend-leasing them out? Like, in World War II, did South Korea get some Shermans then? Or did they get them during the Korean War when, like, America came in to intervene and stick our nose in things? God, thinking about that makes me really want to rewatch MASH. I haven't watched MASH in, like, I don't know, 20 years or something like that. But I used to love that show. I used to watch it, like, every day. Because it was always on rerun. I don't remember on what channel. But it used to be on, like, one of the cable channels. These are 15 millimeter. Oh, does Flames of War have a World War III version? What is, like, what do they do for that? Is it a bunch of sci-fi tanks? Or is it just, like, modern? Or is that just, like, going into modern warfare? So, like, they combine, like... TV Land might be where I was watching it. I don't remember specifically, though. Like, I genuinely don't remember what program it was. I just know my dad had it on and I would watch it with him. I loved the characters in that show. There's also some absolutely heart-wrenching episodes. I mean, it's a war TV series. But, like, good lord. Red Dawn. Team Yankee and Red Dawn. Okay. I mean, the build is in the lower portion of the screen right here, and I have not built much. I mean, this is... So what I've got so far is I've put the turrets together, or I'm working on the turrets. So I've got the top portion of it. I've got the gun stuck together, and we're going to attach that somehow. Did I grab the wrong... Oh, sorry, it goes this way. I just can't read. So we're going to attach it like so. And then, yeah, that's what we're working on so far. And then I'm going to clip out the bigger portions here in a second. I did do one guy sticking out of the top, and I had to do a little bit of sprue cutting to fill in his body in there. But I think it worked out pretty well. He's just chilling. Awesome. Thank you for the subscription. Lovely to have you here. Did I just attach that correctly? Let's hope so. Yes, I did. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Did I flush? Okay, cool. I think we're good. So that's number one. Let's get number two. Okay, there we go. I'm just holding it in place for a moment while it dries a little bit more. Because I felt like it was bowing. There we go. Let's go and put this one in place. Okay, and number three, and then this looks like it's gonna go and fill in that spot. Cool. Awesome. So in that case, let's actually glue it. I want to check and see what it looks like on the bottom. Where does it cover? Okay, so it doesn't actually cover up those, it lines into them. I see, it's sitting on those. All right, I know where I'm gonna put glue. Okay, we're good. Let's get us into place. Perfect. Now to do that 2 more times. Oh yeah, no, I wasn't going to glue the turrets to the hull. Absolutely not. Yeah, because that I imagine one storing them would be a little bit easier. Oh, that's also a good point to be able to show an easy way for it to be destroyed. You know, I don't know if Chaos Cultist glued his to, or not.
I did not.
You did not? Cool, perfect. But yeah, no, I wasn't planning on gluing them in place. Would you suggest, let's see how he did it. Okay, got it. Got it. Third pass from a snowplow? My goodness, how much snow do you have right now? Probably a significant amount. I'm not saying that there isn't a lot of snowstorms happening. Good lord, I know that there are. But how much did you end up getting? It's been a while since I've seen snowplow, so I don't remember how many times like they have to go by from time to time, you know? It's a switch ears. My other one's getting a little sore. Oh, you mean for like explosions? 6 to 8 inches? My goodness. This doesn't seem too bad, all things considered, but still, way more than I'm used to. Okay, we've been working real hard, guys.
I know for a fact 6 to 8 inches is not more than you're used to.
Question for you. When you did not glue your turret in, this, I don't know if yours had this assembly, but hold on, let me
I
compute.
got my turrets right there.
I don't want to pull it apart.
Just
What if
pull
I
it
break it?
apart.
What if I break it? Okay. Okay, cool. You did put it in the top and then...
Yeah, I glued it to the top.
Okay. Excelente. This is not the piece I need. Angela, what the fuck are you doing? Your head. Psycho. Where is this piece that I am looking for? This happened the very first step when I was looking for this little hatch, and I could not find it to save my life. Where are you? Scanning. 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 There it is. Found it. I wish they labeled these a little bit better. East Germany was in the Reds? Oh, because it was the Soviet. I understand now. I lost context for a second. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Are they in the red? Are they like having financial trouble? No, they're not having financial trouble. You're just talking about for the Soviets. Got it. Okay, we definitely need to shave whatever the hell that is off. Probably a piece of sprue. Okay. Like you were there during World War II? Damn. Oh, is that what World War III is? Okay. I didn't know that it was written... Like, I've heard of it. I didn't realize it was written by a retired NATO general. Makes sense. Yeah, that seems pretty centered. Oh yeah, well I know lots of games have been based off of a lot of Tom Clancy work, because I mean, he's got like a shit ton of video games too. That I knew. Alright, turrets, complete with the exception of the accessories, but we'll worry about those later. Let's work on the chassis. Alright. Let's clip out. Hmm? Am I crazy? Oh, am I building more than one Yag Tiger? I thought I only had one. Oh. Why are you putting them on the same sprues as each other?
What's the problem?
So, this sprue is labeled as Panther Sprue.
Mm-hmm.
That's the top of the Panther.
Mm-hmm.
That is the top of the Tiger.
Okay.
That's not a Panther. This is a Panther Sprue.
It's not a different sprue.
Then why is
It's
some
separated.
But my Panther stuff was on this sprue.
I don't know.
Raid Shadow Legends. Not
I
sponsored.
didn't have these problems. I'm sorry.
I genuinely I am enjoying these tanks. The quality of them is great, but
Can I see the instructions?
there is some desire to be had of these instructions and how they lay out these sprues. It's fairly obvious that it's different. It's just it's so weird to me that they don't label it. And they just spontaneously they're like,
Doesn't seem that bad.
no, it's not like that bad. It's just as a new user to this game system who does in fact have experience with other spruce types from other war games, it is a genuine comparison that I think is a genuine criticism that might hold new players back from getting into this game, because the construction, especially if you don't know tanks like this person right here very well, it can be kind of confusing.
You built 4 or 5 model tanks at this point, though.
Yes, but that's not a lot. And if I had built even less, though, what I'm saying is I want...
You're whinging.
I'm whinging. Yes, I'm whinging. But I also think it's important to help get new players in. And I don't know how many new players are actually jumping into historical wargaming modernly. I mean, I am, but I don't know how many other people out there are. Just a minor critique. And I figured I'd whinge about it because it's my channel and I can do that. All right, let's get these actual things that I need off of the brew. That's for the panther. All right, need that. I will need this. So I'll take both of those. Do the same thing over here. Except for the super tank. Well, which is my super tank then? Because I appear to have multiple tigers, multiple panthers, and multiple panzers. So, do I only have one panzer, maybe? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I only have one of the panzer. It will say on the box. Let me check. I've not actually looked. That is not going to have it. That's the lid. See. Okay, I have one HQ panther, apparently. 2 late panthers. I guess the one with the dude sticking out the top is gonna be my HQ one. I thought that I honestly thought well, okay, hold on. But I have a heavy platoon hunter. So I have one. Okay, I do only have one tiger. Do they give me that many spares? I guess, yeah, I guess the Soviets had some spares. Fascinating. All right. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that the tank direction has something to be desired, because I do feel like it does. Alright, maybe I should... Isn't there like I know there's a technique in scale model making to do antennas and stuff, and you like melt plastic and then pull it thin, and then you can create these I don't remember what the technical term for it was. I remember the folks at the International Plastic Modeler Society Club that I was going to, or am going to, talked about it the first meeting that I was there, but I don't remember what they called it. But it was I saw it on a channel actually recently, because they had described it, but they hadn't shown it to me. But it was this gray plastic, and they heated it up using a lighter, and then they just pulled it, and it went super thin, and then they suddenly and they were able to just melt that into, and that's how they were doing the lines on ships, all of the whatever those cables are on ships and stuff. Rigging, thank you. The sound of the tool is not too much for you guys, right? So it's just the normal sprue material. That's all you're heating up. It's not like a specific, so it's not a specific material. It is literally just parts of the sprue. There just happen to be, you know, it just happens to be that gray plastic. So in theory, like, could I do it with this stuff? Like, could I cut, you know, a chunk of this sprue out, heat it up with a lighter or something, and then pull it and get the same sort of effect? Because that's pretty cool. I thought you needed something specific. Like a specific type of, like, plastic that would do that. Oh, that's really cool. I honestly thought it, like I said, I thought it was something specific, more specific than that. What is it called? They used a word for it. Or at least I thought they had. Which is, I think, why I thought it was a specific material or something. Because I thought the word was, like, the material. Or am I just, like, misremembering, possibly? I mean, I would not be surprised if I would misremember. I have a terrible memory. Those are all cleaned. Let's get the tops. Okay, fine, I'm trying it. Hold on, I'm gonna go get a candle.
Please don't burn the apartment.
I'm not gonna burn the apartment down. Okay. I have a candle. I'm so nervous. Alright, let's just cut off like this. Okay. So you said, I am so nervous. You said to hold about 4 inches above. I feel like I'm gonna burn myself if I do this. Okay.
Remember, you have water there if you need it.
I do.
Just don't burn yourself.
Oh, that's what I'm working on. Oh, it is softening. Oh. When do I start pulling? When do I know? Okay, that didn't work. I think I went too close. Here, I'm gonna just cool that. It started to work, but I think I went to, okay, let me get a bigger piece so I can hold it further away. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do this.
We here at Hobby Night do not promote the use of fire or playing with fire at home without proper adult supervision. If you or a loved one wants to play with fire, make sure that you have assistance, a fire extinguisher, and appropriate safety equipment available. Thank you.
Welcome, Alex Jensen, to becoming a Hobby Night Legionnaire. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate. I'm going to keep trying until I get it. I can feel it like starting to. I'm holding it higher this time. I think I was too low because it started to melt so fast. But welcome, Alex. Thank you so much for helping support the channel. I really appreciate you. Wish me luck with this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I see it starting to like glisten. But it's not really letting me pull yet, so I'm gonna let it keep. I do recycle most of my spare sprues, actually. But right now I have some because I'm just in the process of actually building, so. Keep the sprue moving at all times? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm too impatient for this. When it starts to soften, I mean, it kind of is softening, but I don't feel like it's soft enough. Am I holding it too high, you think? Maybe I need to be a little bit lower. I just think I got it really close last time. When it bends, it's time to start pulling? Okay. This is so finicky. It takes true... Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Should I... Okay, once I start pulling, should I remove it from the flame?
Yeah.
Okay, it's starting to go, but I feel like it's not... You can do it, plastic. I believe in you. Should I twist? I have no idea what the, like... Okay, hold on. God, he did it, like, on... The YouTuber just did it so easily. Stupid YouTubers making things look so easy. Okay. I don't think it's enough. Oh my god, it's so loose, but I feel like it's not enough. Okay, that's not nearly as thin as, like, they made it. Okay, let's move it over. Oh my god. It's kind of doing it. I have the tiniest rigging ever. It's I'm sorry, it's just so wibbly. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm heating another section to see if I can, like, extend it further. Hello, Alex! So, it is a plastic made for, oh, it's super not hot. It is made for, Flames of War. So, I'm not sure if it's as soft. I mean, it feels pretty soft, but I don't know. I mean, it definitely has sort of done it. I don't actually need this, by the way. I just want to see if it would work. And while I am convinced it will, I'm not doing it correctly. Look how wibbly it is. I'm impressed that one section is still stuck on, though. Alright, let's... Oh! Oh! I did it! Oh my god, it's kind of thick. I don't know if that would be thin enough, but I did it! Oh my god, that's so cool. That is so cool. Like, you can't see it at all. It's completely not in focus. It doesn't want to... It's fine. Everything's fine. I just dropped it. That's actually really cool. It's not as brittle as I was expecting it to be. Bowstring. I could give her a bowstring! Oh my god. How would I don't know how I would, okay, I'm gonna try that. Okay, let's focus. Focus. We're building tanks. That was really cool. I now have the smell of smoke. There we go. That was cool. That was, I have built my first antenna. Oh my god, you're right. I'm gonna see if I can turn it into a bowstring though, like legit. I completely believe that some sprues are better for it. I don't think this is the best sprue for it. I will admit, with how, like... I don't know, maybe I just wasn't holding it correctly or spinning it enough, but, like, I feel like my first attempt... my first attempt just melted. My first attempt just melted completely. My second attempt didn't pull as much, and then the second one, I got a pretty decent pull out of it, but I've seen some people pull some really long ones. I completely agree with you that hobby wire is probably the long-term better way to go. Especially since you can buy that stuff pretty inexpensively, from my understanding, like at Michael's and stuff for cheap, or in large quantities for cheap. But super cool that I actually was able to do that. I've never done that before. Okay, that one's done. This one is not. Alright, let's get back to the task at hand and clean up these tanks. That was really cool, though. Little hotter, pull it quicker. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe I'll get it a little bit closer next time to the fire. It's definitely a skill that I feel like requires genuine practice. In the same way that, you know, certain painting techniques really require you to practice what you're doing. Ooh, a flexible resin material would also sounds like a really good idea. I hope you have a great weekend as well, Alex. When you say aerials for tanks, I don't actually... What? No, I was asking chat something. When you guys are saying, like, Caveman Bum, when you say aerials for tanks, and I think a couple of you, Alex also said aerials, what does that mean specifically? Because I don't know if I quite am grokking what you're referencing in regards to, like, on tanks. Ooh. Where do the treads attach? That's my next question. That's my next... Antennas for radios. Oh, okay. Thank you. That explains it perfectly. I don't know why I didn't think that. I was just like, what are you talking about? There's nothing aerial about a tank that's on the ground. Except for, I guess, maybe the projectile. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. So, thank you for explaining. Okay, before we attach these suckers to each other, let's get their stuff on the sides. I need the sprue again. I think these are my... I think these are my treads for the Panther, but I'm not sure. Not sure, actually, but I do know... Let me check something real fast. Let's see how many of these I have. 1, 2. Oh, okay, cool. It's actually on, it is on the sprue. Perfect. Let's move you. Ooh, so you don't get ruined. Thank you. This thing has the tiniest little sprue connections. It's crazy. Communication systems on the armored vehicles makes total sense. Makes total sense. I didn't know they were referred to as aerials. Is there something I'm missing about that? Why are they called aerials? Like, now that I understand that what it is you're referring to, why is it called an aerial? Is it because it travels, like, through the airwaves? Is that the concept? That's true. Absolutely. With bowstrings, that makes total sense. I probably will do that. Okay, so we've got all the tiny little guns. Let me flip my thing over. The other non-optional thing seems to be a rod. Is it go on both sides? Not that I can tell. Okay, so those appear to be the only non-optional things. Oh my god, you're right. I didn't even think about that for that album name for System of a Down. Because I have actually listened to that. I think I owned that album, because isn't that the one with makeup on it? Or Chop Suey, sorry, I know it has the word makeup in it. That's what it's called. That's what I thought it was called for the longest time before I realized what the actual name was back when I was a teenager. But isn't that the one with Chop Suey on it? Or is it the one before that with Chop Suey on it? I don't remember. I love that song. Oh my god, that song is so nostalgic for me. Ah, nice. Did you say something? My boy, yeah. Oh, to your boy. Okay, I thought you said my name. Sorry. Alright, let's glue some stuff on. Ooh! Let's also throw things onto the ground. That's lovely. Okay, one little gun on. Let's get another little gun on. Nope. Okay, we'll shave that off when it's glued, because I forgot to do it before I put it in there. Oops. Oh, thank you. Nope. Okay, those are all glued. And this is just like centered. Oh my god, look at my tiny shovel. Look at the little tiny tools there that they molded into the plastic. Isn't that cool?
For Krieg!
For Krieg! How's things going?
It's done.
Nice. Alright, well then I am gonna glue these pieces down and then call the stream, because I think we're a little over. Are we not?
Yeah, it's over 3.
We are over, my gosh. Okay, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and glue these last pieces on. We did some good stuff today, guys. We explored playing with fire to pull plastic into small threads of plastic that I can then attach to my models. We worked on building some tanks, and we chatted a lot about said tanks, and I learned a lot that I'm probably going to forget because like I said, I have a bad memory. Whoops. That ended up in my pocket. That ended up so in my pocket. That's right, it was from Toxicity. You're right. You know, I don't know if I've listened to their earliest album. The first album I got into their music with was Toxicity, I think, because that was Chop Suey was the first song that I learned was theirs and knew it was theirs. Can I tell you how I learned about this song? It's really fucking hilarious to me. So I was at an anime convention when I heard Chop Suey for the first time. Guess what AMV they used that song for? I'm gonna give you actual time to guess. If you guys are anime fans, and you were into it during the 90s and like early aughts, you may know exactly what AMV I am talking about. But I'm curious.
I don't actually know the answer to this question, but I have an idea.
Really? I thought I had told you. Okay,
you might have. You might have.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna give them time to maybe guess.
Because it was definitely Cardcaptor Sakura, right?
It was definitely not Cardcaptor Sakura. It was definitely not. That I will at least say.
Is it an anime, or is it a terrible anime adaptation of a much better manga?
It is a incomplete anime.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Alright.
Is an anime that never finished properly, and,
Finished? I read the manga of that. It barely got started.
Yeah, exactly. If it's what I'm... If we are on the same page, you and I...
Yeah, okay.
That was a beautiful way to communicate it without saying it.
First word, okay?
First word is blah.
Yeah.
Second word is blah.
Okay, wait, I have to do the second word then. Okay, so first word is this.
Yes, okay. First,
second word is...
yes, I would have guessed it. Okay, none of you are guessing, so clearly you're not to early aughts anime fans.
Oh yes, because your fandom of World War II tank fans are absolutely the crowd who used to watch or read Angel Sanctuary.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely they did. But that was in fact it. It was Angel Sanctuary. It is so good. It was such a good fucking music video. Oh my god. I loved it. And that's how I fell in love with System of a Down. So you can thank Angel Sanctuary. Yeah, if you don't know what that is, I guess maybe don't look it up, but look it up at your own risk. How about that? That's what I'll say. I think that looks correctly positioned. I don't actually know what this is. What is this? What is this rod that's on this tank? It's a what? It is not. That is not what it is. Oh, I just knocked it off my tank. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Alright. Stuck on there. Cybot, I'm already into miniature wargaming. I play Warhammer, and I've played Warhammer for like 10 years. What are you talking about? This is not new. I mean, World War II is new. It's the barrel cleaning compartment. Thank you, Alex. So is it just like a rod in there, then? Oh my god, please, little man. Just stick. There we go. There we go. Okay. It just seems so large. No, I'm not. I refuse to feed the carpet monster. To be fair, I have found... I'm actually really good about finding pieces that I've dropped on the carpet. Oh my god, I glued the wrong fracking side. I'm an idiot. It's fine. Should be fine. Should be... Oh, stop being a roly-poly, you round little monster. There we go. Okay. These should be dried enough. I just want to actually, like... Boop. Boop. Look at that. We have half of a tank. it doesn't stick nearly as nice as his does. Ooh. Oh, it's probably because it's not primed. That's why. That's probably the reason. Alright, there we go. And last but not least... Bam! Cool. Oh no, Renegade Cultist! I hope you can find your gladiator head. It's still wargaming? What are you talking about? It's still a war game. It is... It is... You just mean that it's not historical. You're talking I'm getting into historical wargaming. I get you. I understand. I understand. Does that not just, like, does it not blind you to use that? Like, does it not blow out the carpet and, like, make it impossible for you to find stuff? I guess maybe if it makes the carpet so white that the gray plastics stand out a bit more, it would probably be better, but I understand that completely. What I actually had to suck one of them up, and I found it in my, I actually found it in my vacuum. I dug through the thing, and I found it. I was like, I saw it get sucked up, the piece that I had lost. And then I actually salvaged it, which was amazing. I also found a piece stuck in putty once. That's where I found the, when I talked earlier in the stream about the orc who's lost his smoking pipe, the pipe ended up in some putty that was, like, on my table, and I was playing with the putty randomly, and I was like, what's this heart thing in here? And lo and behold, it was the broken off pipe. Oh, that's really cool. All right, guys. I think we're going to go ahead and call it for today. Thank you for hanging out with me and chatting with me about tanks, helping me discover and actually prove that I can pull tiny strings of plastic via heat. I will admit, one of my favorite things that charmed me into even wanting to do scale modeling in the first place was when I built my Merkava for the first time. The instructions literally were like, get out a torch. And I was like, what? And I did. And I glued, or I melted the treads to the tank. And it was amazing. My mind was blown. I was like, why does this hobby for boys get to play with fire? This is not fair. And so I was like, I just had to dive into it. And I really have been enjoying it. And it's really cool to have found another thing that I get to play with fire to do when it comes to scale models. And so Alex, I hear what you're saying about the UV light. But I'm not sure I want to do that. Just saying. The reasons why you can find in my link tree down below. I have ads for them in all of my videos. So you'll figure it out if you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about. But I'm not sure I'd want to use a UV light in this space. For reasons. Anyways, with that lovely tidbit out there and into the world and recorded forever in history for other people to watch, let's go ahead and end today's stream. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you again tomorrow, actually, because it's Saturday. Man, you've got a lot of streams this week because of that bonus stream on Thursday because of the preview. It's exciting. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. We will likely be working on these tanks some more. So if you enjoyed today's episode and you want to see me build more tanks and just distract me, then feel free to show up tomorrow. We'll be back at, again, probably 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and going for a couple hours, working on these tanks, talking, hanging out, being distracting. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of your day, and have an extra lovely hobby night, everybody. See ya.